Hey everybody, welcome to Board Online, Board Offline. Today we're counting down the 3 games we played the most in April. We had 20 plays of 8 different games over 29 hours in April. So let's see which 3 we played the most starting now. All right, so number 3 is The Great Wall with only a single play. There were actually obviously numerous games tied for a single play. But Great Wall is the one I picked for this list. It is from Awakened Realms. It feels like it maybe is a cooperative game, except that it's not. You all have to work together to prevent the Horde from breaching the Great Wall, but at the same time, you are trying to be the one with the most victory points, which in this game is honor. And if you, when you're playing, the Horde is actually almost like a resource. Like you're using them to gain resources or victory points, but you could also maybe strategically allow them to breach the wall. And then of course you are building the wall. It has this nice 3D effect as you build the wall. There's 3 different levels as you build it up, and then there's 3 different lanes that you're trying to protect. And you've got a ton of different advisors that you can choose from, all different ways to get these different things to interact. Your generals all have different powers, lots of cool interactions and cool ideas in the Great Wall. Number 2 is Rolling America. Played this for the first time this past month. Got 2 plays of this in. Rolling America is a roll and write, where a very small game, very quick game, where you roll some dice. You then are going to write the numbers of those dice in one of the 50 states. And the key is that you cannot let, if you have a 2 right here, then everything next to it, everything that touches it has to be either a 1, a 2, or a 3. So it has to either be the same number, 1 lower or 1 higher. And initially, that's not much of a problem. But then as you play along, as you get deeper into the game, 8 rounds total, you start seeing how, some of these decisions I made have not been good decisions. And, there's certain powers you can use to kind of deal with some of the mistakes you might run into or try to give yourself a little bit of an advantage. But after 8 rounds, the person with the least number of X's is the winner. So the X's are what you mark whenever you can't play something, when you can't use a die, or if you end up making a mistake, then your opponent will end up Xing that out at the end of the game. So the person with the least X's wins. Really cool, fun, quick game, Rolling America. And number 1 is Gloomhaven with 12 plays. This is why everything else has such few plays, because I've been working on making my way through the Gloomhaven campaign. 12 plays of it this past month. Really focusing on pushing through. I currently actually have it set up on the table right below the camera. Going to be getting to a scenario right after we get done filming and editing this video. Gloomhaven is just an absolutely phenomenal strategic combat game, or tactical combat game, I guess technically. It's all about card play. There's no dice rolling. There is a modifier deck, but you can heavily modify that modifier deck. And so you can really, weed out a lot of the bad cards in there and make it much more advantageous, to where almost every time you pull from the deck, it's going to be a benefit to you instead of a negative. And there's all kinds of unlockable stuff in this game. I currently am playing with 2 of the unlockable characters. Just unlocked one a few days ago. Really, really cool. I unlocked the one known as the Squid Face or Cthulhu. And so much cool stuff going on in Gloomhaven. Cannot wait for Frosthaven, which looks like it has improved, especially in the in-between scenario stuff. Frosthaven has improved. The scenarios, the combat looks basically the same, so it'll just be about the card interactions and the classes of heroes that you can play as when Frosthaven gets here. We're still probably at least 6 months, maybe a little bit more out from Frosthaven getting here. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, like the channel, subscribe, all that good stuff. And until next time, if you're bored online, bored offline.